I love you. The 3 words, 8-letter sentence, which has so much power in it, which is one of the best and honest way to express our feelings, which is not so hard to say here, alone in my room. It can be such a difficult thing to say to people who I really need to say it to. I'm not talking about falling for someone in a romantic way and expressing my feelings. I'm actually talking about family. I love my family, and it's so easy to say so to other people. But for some reason, it's always hard to say it to them in person. I remember when I was really young, it was so natural for me to say I love you to my family, or give them kisses on the cheek to express my love. But as I was getting older, at some point, it almost felt awkward and embarrassing to say those words to them. It could be a cultural thing. I think in Korea or Asian countries in general, we don't really express these feelings explicitly. Especially with the older generations, parents would express their love for their children by worrying about them or asking them if they are eating well, or working hard to provide them with the best education or the support they need. I think children also learn this way of love, so even if they really love their parents, it's not easy to express them in words. So instead, we send them gifts and take them out for meals, and we think that the best way to show our love or to repay for the love that we received is to be successful and to provide for them when they grow old. For someone who always spends a lot of time with my parents and sister, who has a great relationship with them, I rarely tell them that I love them, and it's the same the other way around. We express our love in a different way, or assume that the other person knows that we love them. I try my best to be a good son and a brother, and I constantly worry about them, and I even get stressed that I'm not doing enough for them. And sometimes, because these words are not said, we feel like we're taken for granted, and sometimes we say things that we don't really mean that actually hurts the other person. But we tend to just tuck away those feelings of disappointment or doubt because we believe that we love each other at the end of the day. And I thought this was how things are just meant to be with family. But then I saw my friend always calling his parents and always ending the call with those 3 words, I love you. And seeing how freely he and his family expressed their love for each other made me sad and regretful. Why was it so hard for me to do that? Why do I feel embarrassed to tell the people I love the most in the world that I love them? We express our love for our lovers and friends or celebrities so easily, but why is it so hard to do the same to the people who deserve it the most? My grandma passed away last year, and it was such a tough thing to go through, and I don't think I've fully recovered from the sadness and the shock. But it was a wake-up call for me, along with seeing my friend and his family. I regretted so much for not telling her enough how much I love her. And it made me terrified that my parents and my family could also leave me one day, and I would no longer be able to tell them how much I love them. It's not enough to just send them gifts or take them out for dinner. It's not enough to just assume that we love each other. We should be able to freely express our love as much as we want and not be embarrassed about it. We should stop assuming how we feel and start telling each other how we actually feel. I actually still don't know exactly why I feel awkward or embarrassed to say those words, but we never know what's going to happen tomorrow, and I don't want to end up regretting how foolish I was to not express my love for my family. I know it's going to be hard to suddenly change and tell my family I love them every day, but I'm going to try my best to be honest and express my feelings for them. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love you, Sis. I want them to know and to hear how much I love them, and I hope they can do the same. I hope we can all do the same because love is such a powerful word and we need to express it. Thank you for listening to my bed talk. Have a good night and send love to your families.